Hey gamers. Ooh, am I in frame? Kind of. Perfect. Hey everybody. Happy Sunday. How are y'all doing? You excited to play a detective game? I'm gonna lower the volume in my headphone. Let me know if the volume needs lowering on your end. Are y'all ready to solve maybe a murder? Not all of these have been murders. Yet, so far. We've also solved the great mystery of the ice rolling down the hill. So, hello, Hikaru. You're just in time for at least this stream. Let me think about what I need to explain to everyone. Okay, so the golden idol of the first game, Fame, the eponymous golden idol, has been missing for quite some time, and we've discovered it's because it had been disassembled, basically, and the parts sort of lost and spread out. And there's a historian. This lady has been painstakingly embezzling money from her foundation to buy them, or when that fails, steal the pieces back and put them together. And so we've been seeing basically just a wake of devastation caused by her. So it's her and, oh, let me get my notebook. So it is that lady whose name is definitely somewhere. There we go. Tessa Navari. So Tessa Navari is the historian who's doing it, and then Arthur Blythe is her accomplice, recently murdered by Tessa Navari because he was going to steal all of the golden idol pieces from her. So she was like, bitch, I'm here first, and killed him and buried him under her Zen garden, which is just a great place to bury a body. It'll certainly give you peace of mind. So, right now, basically, they have successfully reassembled in some way the golden idol. And we solved a scenario in which it had been successfully activated, basically, for the first time in hundreds of years, maybe. And it set an idiot on fire. So there's a foundation of people currently working to discover its secrets to be harnessed. And then the last one we got was a protest scene where we saw that they are continued testing. They've gotten the ice thing to work, and people are starting to notice, but that's about it. So we're going to move on to the third chapter here. The idol is actually magic. Yeah, Ardently L. The idol does actually have magical powers. It has freezing and shrinking and murdering and icing powers. The procedure, a bizarre operation ends in bloodshed. Good. When the mysteries you're solving aren't about murder, they do lack a little impact. I actually don't remember if shrinking is one of them. Wasn't shrinking one of them? I'll be honest, this is less bloodshed than I was hoping for. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I had some technical issues, so I'm still eating breakfast. Hey, therapeutic activity. Okay. I can't believe it. We were so close. Oh, she's got a picture of a kitty. Lost. Mittens has endless affection for everyone. Oh my god. 1-year member of the Harmony Foundation, which is the foundation that Tessa, the historian, runs. Arrival, commencement, levels, reading. Elimination process, replenishment process, so pooping and then breakfast. Levels, reading. Gratitude, meditation, departure. Okay. Dear Dedicant Hall. Okay. Getting a name. This one's Mittens Hall. I'm delighted to inform you that you have been chosen to take part in the Harmony Foundation's first ever New Dawn procedure. Please bring this letter, which includes an agenda overleaf, to the retreat center on April 13th. For accurate readings, you should also bring a photograph of someone you love. On it, write a brief message about them. Blessing always. Aww. Mittens has an endless affection for everyone. I hope this lady finds her cat. Okay. Enlighten meter 3000. Some Rorschach. Crystal powered technology. Okay, this is another member. Ooh, a 1-day member. Okay. Lady Thor. Funeral program. Neil Remington. Oh, was that the name of the auctioneer? No. No, I don't think it was. I take it back. Dad taught me the importance of standing up for family. Okay, so this man is a Remington, presumably. And somebody named Myson. It was probably one of these two fools. These tree huggers can never just come quietly, can they? You all right, Bruce? A taser. A name badge. Billy Greer. Static. Sorry. That deployed. Meet Mr. Spender and his colleague Marie at 7 Sweet Pea Drive at 9:20 a.m. Bring tasers, but only for self-defense, not for fucking around with. Before removing occupants, explain our hands-off approach to the new guy. Ensure all property remains inside the building. It belongs to OPIG now. Okay. Oh, is this like the takeover? The timeline has been a little bit wonky for solving things in this game as well, so I'm wondering if this is the moment that this was taken over in the name of OPIG. Yeah, which is earlier in the timeline than the last scene we were in. I'll survive. I guess that freak's got a thing for Little Miss Daisy Chain, huh? Alright, a taser, a walkie-talkie. Okay. So this one must be Myson. May the light of empathy dispel the dark force. Okay, hoping there will be... Okay, here's the historian. Okay. Each day here brings us closer to enlightenment. What does it matter why she let them in or why they're doing this? Just send help. All right, a 6-monther. My uncle, always the life of the party. I love this background note of them watching a live comet. Was there a famous comet in America in like the 70s? I said in America like it was only going to be noteworthy in this country. Dear Dedicant Robinson. I am okay. All right. That's all straightforward. It's the same letter. Same agenda. I don't know. I don't know when Haley... I don't know the cycle for Haley's Comet, but didn't it... Comet didn't have a visa? No. Kahutek came in 73? Okay. I love how much humans fucking love the stars and comets and shit. I love how universal it is that people are like, up there? It's fucking crazy. The craziest shit happens up there. And sometimes we see it and we can all be like, what the fuck? Together? That's good stuff. Peace and blessings, madame. Please allow me to bring someone along to this historic event. The person I have in mind is practically consumed with hatred. No one needs us more. I beg you to give them a shot. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, madame. We look forward to seeing you soon. Tim Spender. Okay, we know these two. It's Tim Spender and Marie Wildlake. Okay. Universalism 102. The key powers exercise sheet. What? Connect each power to its counterpart. Each power has only one counterpart, so you only need 3 lines. Oh, is this like that one of those dumb puzzles where you're trying to connect them without crossing the lines? You know what I mean? Where it's like you're trying to connect the words and without crossing over each other. I told you she's a quack. I bet none of the junk in here works. God knows what we're going to do with it all. Westlake. Dear Dr. Westlake, as per your request, here's my assessment of Madame Navari and her Harmony Foundation. Simply put, Miss Navari is an incompetent practitioner of false history and pseudoscience. She claims, for instance, that the longer one follows her teachings, the more enlightened they become. But how does she measure this? With a device that provides no quantifiable data. I believe she simply sees this machine's readings when whatever she expects to, based on her above claims. Stay skeptical, Jim Horney, founder, The Reason Institute. He's right, this is nonsense. What? Okay. One of the images in the other room looked like it had kind of a Rorschach test to it. So let's keep that in mind. I don't know what that is or what you expect it to do, but nothing's changed, Tessa. It's over. Pack your bags. We're terminating your project. Haters. Haters from every direction. All right. Tim. Spender? Really hard for me not to do the hey, Tim Spender joke again. Okay. Maybe this will change your mind. All right, we got a red pen. We've got her with her mentor. Ooh, okay. Enlightened meter works best when subject focused on loved one and what they mean to them. Phases 1 and 2 complete when all subjects thing levels are 0 and all blank levels are 100, i.e. enlightenment. Okay. Enlightened meter functioning well, readings as expected. Okay, so this is the same imagery. This little figure is the same imagery that we saw in the letter. Okay, we've got another setup of symbols. According to this person, what do these symbols mean? Okay, that's really funny. It's a funny way of demonstrating that information. Make intro more impactful, needs to grab their attention. Welcome, Dedicants. Since the dawn of time, various fundamental forces have been at war in the universe. Those who colloquially call the light and the dark have also fought inside every individual. Today, within each of us, the light will finally seize victory. We will all become, pause for effect, enlightened. Too dramatic? Take another stab. Universalism 101, the fundamental forces. Okay, so hatred, empathy, order, chaos, injustice, justice. Okay, and that's all the words we need. So, We got Tessa Navari. Got a lot of people and not a lot of names for them. I'm gonna put Mittens down here and Hall. Let me clear out the people I know are true. Not Robinson. Not Marie and Westlake and Tessa and Navari. Okay. Man, when did we get all these first names? Did we pick up a roster or something? I cannot remember where we picked up any of those names. They were very late on the list, so they must have come later. Did you have them? Were they in your little book? Ah, okay, here they were. All right, so Sam, Alex, and Charlie are some of the reciprocants, or the dedicants. Oh. That was too much toast to cram in. Okay. So I think I'm going to assume that Alex, because they are the newest person, this person is Alex, I think, because they're the newest, and they got the weakest shit. And Marie is the middlest, and I think Charlie, so I think the daisy chain lady is Sam. And Charlie is this evolved lady. And this man must be Bruce. Bruce is such a cop name. There we go. Okay. One and done. Got that out of the way. So we need symbols, event, and hierarchy. Oh, I wonder if Tessa Navari is the contractor for emotion studies. Oh, I don't know. Sixer Gen, yes. That is what that stands for. Okay. Blank blank and some of her blank were at the blank blank for a blank. Their aim was to first blank blank and then blank blank, resulting in blank. However, they were interrupted by people who wanted to blank everything at the Harmony, I'm going to say Harmony Foundation. Who wanted to seize? Yeah, I think seize everything at the Harmony Foundation. In the large downstairs room, blank, 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 blank. I think this person called somebody. Please send help. Okay. Sam Robinson called somebody. Who did they call, though? This might not be Sam Robinson calling. Oh, do we not have the word call? I guess I just assumed we would. Eliminate shop, purify, criminal, seized, grab, stabbed. In the large room downstairs. That's probably not this one. It's probably the other room. In the large room downstairs. Okay. So I think... I think we have to assume this was attached to this man. How did you get bloody, though? Did somebody, like, attack him from behind with a crystal? No, he... How did he get blood on the back of his head? I don't know how to parse these, like, hash marks on the ground. Okay, but you... Okay. So whatever... Okay, did you slam... Well, but he's like, literally locked in. Because it looks like somebody slammed a corner of their head on the table. Classic TV hijinks. Classic way to kill somebody when you don't want to actually commit to having a character murder them. Because you're a coward. And then... Well, there's two sets of footprints. Okay, so I see the lines on the palm here. So I think, okay, I think this one stabbed this guy with a crystal that he broke off of this, and then was hit in the back of the head. Was hit in the back of the head, or in the scuffle had his head thrown into the table. My guess is, okay, so these two symbols are probably eliminate and replenish. Do I have... Okay. So I am going to... Let's lock these in. Eliminate and replenish. Okay. All right. In the large room downstairs, blank, 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 blank. In response, blank, 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 with a crystal. Yes. Okay. Or maybe this is about somebody tasing. Because of this, blank, 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 blank. Okay. So I'm gonna assume that Alex Remington. I think the security forces tried to. They grabbed Sam Robinson. I think Bruce Meissen grabbed Sam Robinson, even though he wasn't supposed to. In response, Alex Remington stabbed Bruce, my son, with a crystal. And because of this... Well, wait, which one of you had the taser? Okay. And because of this, Billy Greer... shot? Is shot the word you use when you're tasing someone? Do you shoot someone with a taser? Okay. Tessa Navari and some of her dedicants were at the Harmony Foundation for a procedure? Do you think these people were embarrassed when they got the golden idol back to the institute and started working on it and were like, oh, that lady was right, this thing has like magic powers and shit? Or do you think they were just like, whatever, what a quack? Because she's right, the historian's right, this thing has magic powers and shit. Okay, the aim was first to, I think, probably eliminate hatred? Then replenish hatred. You've got to replenish it's like oil in a car. You've kind of got to replenish your hatred every once in a while to make sure everything's working good inside. And then replenish empathy, resulting in enlightenment. Oh, all right. Okay. Which three clues are needed in order to deduce Alex's motive for protecting Sam? Which three clues are needed in order to deduce Alex's motive for protecting Sam? I'm not even sure I understand the question on that one. So let's just real quick see if we can't figure out the rest of these. Lady Thor's exactly like that. You've got it. Therapy is just checking the dipstick of your anger sometimes, you know? And good therapists will tell you that. Okay. Okay, so these two, we also saw them in this. When the subject's blank levels are 0 and all blank levels are 100, aka enlightenment. So I think this is empathy and hatred. Okay. What's the dipstick question? Oh, where on a human do you dip the stick to see where the hatred levels are? Weirdly, it's the tongue. You've just sort of got to get in there. If you have tongs, that's a better way of doing it. But if you're doing like some roadside therapy, you might just have to get your fingers right in there and like latch onto that tongue and just sort of like pry. And they're going to fight you. Oh, Lord. Some people don't want to get healthy, and they are going to fight you when you reach into their mouth and grab their tongue and pull it really hard. But they're just fighting change that needs to happen. So just ignore them and keep going. Keep on yanking that tongue until you get the answers you seek. All right. Which 3 clues are needed in order to deduce Sam's motive or Alex's motive for protecting Sam? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, yank that tongue until the internalized shame pops out, just like a Pez dispenser. People don't know this. Pez is a very popular therapy tool. Because once people see it happen and they're like, oh, you know what? I can survive having my tongue yoinked out. And then they're going to be a little bit more open to it. What do Alex and Sam have on them? I mean, so Alex is a 1-dayer. Sam is a 6-monther. Important of standing up for family. Is it just that they're family? I mean, they are both Blondie. Am I supposed to put together that this man... Are they cousins? Okay, it's a wrinkled old man. The art on the characters is not sufficient enough for me to feel positive that I'm supposed to figure out that these are overlapping. Robinson, you're a 6-monther. Okay, I guess we're supposed to assume that these are... that this is a call that she made and left on the... And so we're supposed to... I guess we're supposed to assume that she brought him... this is another weird time thing where it's like... Could be the same guy years apart. Yeah. I mean, we're once again reaching a level where it's like, I think this game is making me... really wants me to take bigger leaps of logic than I feel necessarily comfortable doing. Which 3 clues are needed in order to deduce Sam... are needed in order to deduce... I keep reading this, are needed in order... to deduce Alex's motive, but I don't think the order actually matters. That's the confusing wording. Which 3 clues are needed in order to deduce Alex's motive for protecting Sam? What 3 clues are needed in order to deduce Alex's motive for protecting Sam? I'm going to assume unrelated. And then... Oh, the 1 day... I was expecting we'd have a 1-day tag. Where was the... Oh, the walkie-talkie was on the security people. I don't think that's it. Harmony House. I'm curious if this is it. Okay. There's only 3 things, so this 2 or fewer incorrect is, like, not wildly helpful. I mean, so this is the same comet that was in the background of this. But I don't see how that would necessarily be helpful. And this image is a different image than we're seeing here, but I can't imagine that that is going to matter necessarily. I feel... what are we doing here? Okay. Because this is... It's the I'm having to assume this is the same, like, comet. Hey, Zexalia. Man, this is a hard one. Okay. I think we are supposed to assume that these 2 are related. Taught me the importance of standing up for family. But how do I communicate that information? Oh, okay. I don't really understand it. Academy Farts, I'll normally ask when if I hit a stopping point in a puzzle, which has happened a lot in this game. I will usually ask for any thoughts or guidance. Before the enlightenment process could begin, OPIC officials arrived, backed up by hired goons, to kick everyone out of the building and confiscate everything inside. One of the officers got heavy-handed with a female follower, so her cousin stabbed him before being tasered and restrained. Meanwhile, Tessa Navari tried in vain to rid the OPIC officials of hatred, believing this would make them change their minds about evicting her. That's really funny. Okay, Hikaru, that makes me feel better because I'm like... I do not understand the connection between those 3. You think it's the same guy in the picture? You think in the comet picture and the obituary picture that's supposed to be the same guy? Why did you take me back here, game? There's also some weird pathing issues where it seems to arbitrarily decide where it's going to dump me. The comet was on the same day as the old man's birthday. I see. So, if we're supposed to think it's a reincarnation? Lisa says, I just played this case last night. Shall I share my thoughts on the comet thing? Yes, please. If you have insight. Okay, Lisa's agreeing that it's the comet was on the same day as the old man's birthday, so... But I don't know what that means, though. Seeing it now, sometimes Kaisen says the 3rd picture is just showing you that the 5th birthday was a long time ago, so he's older in the other pic. At least obituary and B-Day pics. I think that could have gotten through clearer if the character design on that character had been... If there had been something like more noteworthy. If they had had a big mole on their cheek. So that when you saw it both times, you were like, ah, I see. But as it was, that was not particularly parsable. This would never work the way she imagined, but some of these pieces seem legitimate, interesting, important. Even the wildest myths are usually grounded in some small fact, I suppose. Oriole Toussaint. Parts not even connected. We found the idol. Not really. We have found parts of the idol. Looks like she made Gavril's classic translation error. Not replenish and eliminate. Hate was a reasonable guess. Poetically, this symbol linked to fiery passion. Curious to find out what this one might mean. Okay. Of course I want you back. Nathan said I could hire an independent consultant, and it was your incredible insight that got me here. Oh my god, wait, did the chump get... What? Did this chump get Marie Westlake's job? And did he signify that by just crossing her name out on a plaque? Dynamic growth, empathy, heart. What? What? He got results? He got his ass set on fire. Okay. Project terminated. This was like the old... I don't think either of these people are involved. I don't know. Okay. Maybe... Incorrect. Okay. All right, so we know history consultant, feel really good about research engineer and research assistant, but now I don't know. Updated July 12th, 1975, following mid-year inspections. Do I have a date on... No. I don't know if this is before or after... Pleased to say, okay, we finally got the budget under control. Okay, maybe this man goes here. The premises we used for the emotion studies project has been renovated and repurposed. Okay, so she was leading the emotion studies project. So you've decided on a team leader for the new project. I just wanted to make it clear that while she and I have our differences in the past, I agree that she's the right person for the job. She certainly does not share Tessa's penchant for risky and wild spending. Okay. So I have to assume we need to put this in order for where it is now. Do we? I just don't know. I just don't know. Okay. Decided to team leader for the new project. Just wanted to make it clear that while she and I have had our differences, she's a person for the job. Does not share Tessa's... Okay. This is telling me that this is after... Yeah, I think after the inspection. You think Westlake goes to emotion studies? Ugh, sexist. She's not the right person for the job. But then we have a lot of other people that I don't actually remember. I can't seem to reuse images. So let's actually close that out and we'll work on the story for now and see where that goes through. With blank from the blank blank, blank blank ran the blank blank. They used blank blank to build a blank, believing it would blank blank and then blank blank, and in doing so would help people blank blank achieve enlightenment. Okay, I don't have the word achieve. Oh, reach. It would help people reach enlightenment? So I think maybe with the... Well, okay. Due to blank blank's blank, Tessa Navarri's spending, the blank blank building was repossessed. The Harmony Foundation's building was repossessed. So Tessa Navarri spending overspending. Okay. Blank blank realized the blank might blank if it were blank. Blank blank was in charge of its blank, but blank blank. Despite this, blank 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 the new device, so was denied blank. Okay. With blank blank, so okay. This is probably money, right? With money from the Harmony Foundation, or maybe from the OPIG Corporation. With funding from the OPIC Corporation, Tessa Navari ran the Harmony Foundation. I mean, you can say what you will about Tessa. She got fucking results. Ran the Harmony Foundation. They used blank blank to build an artifact, believing it could it could reduce, no, take hatred? I think something hatred and then something empathy. And in doing so would help people reach enlightenment. However, it actually did nothing. Maybe? They used stolen funding? I mean, what was Tessa supposed to be doing with the money? Stolen parts. Okay, so they used stolen parts to build an artifact, believing it could take hatred and then give empathy. I don't feel great about almost any of these words. Blank blank realized the blank might blank if it were activated. I'm going to say activated. Maybe Oriel Toussaint realized the artifact might work if it were activated. Somebody realized that the artifact might work if it were activated. Blank blank was in charge of its. All right. Marie Westlake. Hey, Rory. Marie at Westlake was in charge of its testing, but well, it didn't destroy, but rebuilt. The word "but" is really catching me up on this one. Marie Westlake was in charge of its something, but blank blank. Despite this, blank 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 the new device, and so was denied. Maybe I'm looking too far ahead. Maybe the building was repossessed. Boom. Blank blank realized the blank might blank if it were blank. Might work if it were activated. I really feel out to sea with this one. Oriel Toussaint realized the artifact. But let's get a bunch of words plugged in, and then it'll tell me I'm incorrect, and we can move from there. Blank blank was in charge of its. Marie Westlake was in charge of its testing, but destroyed a lab employee. But maybe was in charge of its testing, but delayed reconstruction. I don't think that's right. Despite this, blank 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 the new device, so was denied promotion. It's denied funding. Or maybe this is about the kid, Eugene Marmot. Despite this, Eugene Marmot activated the new device and so was denied lab access. Okay. Okay, was in charge of its reconstruction but delayed testing. Okay, okay, we're close. We're close. Okay. With funding from the OPIG Corporation. Yes. Tessa Navarre ran the Harmony Foundation. Yes. They used stolen parts, yes, to build an artifact. Yeah. Believing it could take hatred and then give empathy, and in doing so would help people to reach enlightenment. However, it actually did nothing. I'm not positive about take hatred and give empathy. But because that's not, those aren't the words that they used in that section. You think it's rebuild? Is rebuild an option? There is an option that says rebuild. They used stolen parts to build an artifact, believing it could take hatred and then give empathy. And doing so would help people reach enlightenment. Due to Tessa Navarre's overspending, yes, the Harmony Foundation building was repossessed. Yes. Oriel Toussaint, realized the artifact might work if it were activated. I'm not positive about anything in this last section. Marie Westlake was in charge, yes, of its reconstruction, but delayed testing. Despite this, Eugene Marmot activated the new device, so was denied lab access. Okay. Might work if it were rebuilt. Hey, there, okay. You were right. Oh, good. What we did was earn another puzzle. I guess it's a puzzle game. That's how it goes. After learning about the blank blank, blank blank believed he had been blank because the blank blank had been set to blank blank. Oh, Eugene Marmot. After learning about the... No, okay. After learning about the OPIG or Harmony... Maybe after learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot believed he had been enlightened because the activated artifact had been set to give empathy. However, it was actually set to blank blank with blank a blank, which blank a blank started a fire. Which started a fire. Okay, hold on. Maybe. Harmony. When did... I guess this is one where I drew pictures. Okay. I'm going to make a leap. This is another leap where it's like we only have the vaguest tenuous understanding that Eugene Marmot seems to believe that he's been enlightened based on this one image. It was your incredible insight that got me here. I guess, okay, maybe the independent consultant is the historian. She got invited back. But I don't remember who Nathan is. It's not this man. I don't know who Nathan is. We're gonna have to go back and search for all the names. Kind of wish there was like an overarching... overarching list of all the people and faces we've seen. Check the barbecue again. Eugene is at the party. That's fine. Believed he had been... Harmony Foundation's Eugene Marmot believed he had been... Yeah, that's true. He was being recruited by Penny. I think Harmony... Well, okay, no, we'll get to the hierarchy in a moment. It is possible it was canceled, but we also have evidence that suggests Westlake was that somebody was put on the Harmony or the Emotion Project, which implies that the Emotion Project is still functioning. I don't know. This is the tricky thing, is the timeline's really fucked, so I don't know, but I want to finish this first, and then we'll go to the hierarchy. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot believed he had been enlightened. No. Had been... He believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. However, it was actually set to take all right, hold on. Let's hop back in and see what it was set to. Okay. This one is, if I remember correctly, this one is hatred. This iconography is hatred. This one, I believe, is empathy. I'm pretty certain. We might have to pop back to the other one. So, I think he believes that he is being punished. It's just it's hard for me to read somebody being lit on fire as them perceiving that that is a reward, if that makes sense. Those were the eliminate replenish symbols. Yeah, you might be right. Let's hop back in here. Okay. Okay, yeah, you're right. Eliminate. I think hatred. Well, it was eliminate hatred. So I believe I'm right, because this was the other symbol. So I think he believed he was getting punished. He also got punished in another way. Yeah, that's true. Believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. However, it was actually set to... Am I just supposed to remember? Take fire? I don't remember what these symbols did. It was a different game. All right, well, let's just push through and then we can go back and go over it. During a lab test? During a no. During a board inspection, blank blank tried to set it to blank blank, but actually set it to blank blank, which started a fire? Well, now I'm confused because I feel like I'm just repeating the same section. Tried to set it to blank blank, but actually set it to blank blank. I don't know. I think, okay, probably Jack Novak tried to set it to blank blank, but actually set it to blank blank, which started a fire. I just don't know. Blank blank was blank by blank blank's blank. Blank blank was punished by blank 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 and blank him with a... Oh no, I think this one is rewarded. Ugh. This guy got a promotion for getting set on fire. That's so obnoxious. Eugene Marmot was rewarded by blank blanks. Okay, and blanked him with a promotion. Hold on. And rewarded him with a promotion. Okay, blank blank was impressed by Eugene Marmot's drinking. No. Discovery? What was Nathan Hoyle, I think, was the chief man. Nathan Hoyle was impressed by Eugene Marmot's discovery and rewarded him with a promotion. Okay, during a board inspection, Jack Novak tried to set it to... There's Tim. That's not... Okay. There's that man. Also wish the loading screens were a little bit more brisk. Okay. These are books. That's that. Okay. Okay, let's try to tackle the hierarchy. I think I have to assume that it's the most modern hierarchy as I'm aware of it. And that means this man's in lead. He just hired an independent consultant. I think... Well, maybe she's been demoted? Oh, okay. Well, then I don't really know what the timeline for this organizational chart is. But we did it. So she's been bumped down to lab assistant. Phew. All right. Okay. You think that's what's going to happen? Yeah, I'm not sold on the timeline. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmont believed he had been something because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. He had been... There's very few words that this one could be. It really does have to be, I think, punished or rewarded. And I think punished makes more sense. Yeah, I've clicked on the phone. Here he is having a talk about dynamic growth. Have been set to take hatred. However, it was actually set to take fire. I don't feel great about that. I'm trying to remember what the golden idol did. However, it'd been actually set to... give fire? Should I get my old notebook? I'm gonna get my notebook that has my notes from the last time I played the previous game. Okay. They're buried in with a lot of notes from Burnt Cookbook Party, so... This might be the wrong notebook. But there are... Well... Yeah, this might be the wrong notebook. Where would I have put notes for this? Huh... I didn't put them in... I didn't have this notebook yet. So it couldn't have been in here. Well... Useless then. Okay. During a board inspection, yes, Jack Novak tried to set it to blank blank, but actually set it to blank blank, which started a fire. Well, I'm wondering, okay, maybe I'm wrong about the timeline for this being about... I do think that this has to be about Eugene, though. No. After learning about... Because who else, like, learned about the Harmony Foundation? really nobody else. Penny was educating people about it. Maybe. No, I really do think this has to be about Eugene, but it's really clunky if it is. If I don't know how this section is supposed to be different from this section. Believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred, but it actually been set to give heat, which started a fire. During a board inspection, Jack Novak tried to set it to... I just don't know, game, and I don't know how you want me to know. And we cannot move on until I get this, which means we are in trouble. Okay. Yeah, there was the ice. I think that one of our answers has to be ice. I'll just wait for the game to load. Okay. Okay, so he is screaming. This wasn't supposed to. So he definitely thinks that this is going to do something else. Eliminate hatred. And then we have this one in the middle that I just don't remember. Yeah, the lesson, the fact that you're supposed to make greater leaps of logic in this game, I count as a negative in terms of like puzzle games. No testing before board approval. Give them $1 billion. You set a person on fire, and I love that. Okay. It's leftover Harmony Foundation stuff. Still don't know why the lab has been so cold lately. Dress warm. I have to assume that is in reference to the ice powers. So I do think one of our answers has to be ice. Maybe the portion where it's like... no effect on operation, high conductivity. Drunk. All right, let's check out the protest movement. Okay. Okay, so they've got some of the little signs. I like that this is their version of like the peace sign. Now Penny's trying to recruit. Opec takes Harmony. Can't steal Enlightenment. Here Jack is with the... Okay. So eliminate or give. Take or give. I do feel like take and give were some of the noteworthy commands from the first game. And I think, so we know from Oriel Toussaint's notes that this one is not hatred, but he says, quote, fiery passion, which I'm going to choose to be very literal about and assume it means fire. And so this is I guess, well, we're supposed to assume that these three come together to create ice. So I guess this one is give and this one's take. So it's like take heat. And then this one in the middle that also does something. Okay. And I don't think there's a lot more information going to be down here. Okay, yeah. So they think it is eliminate and replenish. But I don't trust them to have a good sense of what it is, so it makes it harder. And we have this. I don't know if these like Rorschach splotches are going to come back in some way, maybe? Eliminate, illuminate, purify, replenish, obscure, contaminate. All right. So when this is activated, she thinks she is going to help them achieve enlightenment. Because it's eliminate hatred. But that's not super useful. Okay. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to... I don't really have the eliminate. Had been set to take hatred. However, it actually been set to take heat or give heat. Which started a fire. Yeah, I said that. Oriel mentioned that the hatred one was almost correct because he said something about fiery passion. Here we go. Hate was a reasonable guess, poetically the symbol linked to fiery passion. So I have to assume it's like heat. I think that's what that's trying to imply. This would never work the way she imagined, but some of these pieces seem legitimate. Parts not even connected. So I have to assume some of them just did nothing because it wasn't appropriately like functioning. You can check the first game if you want to know in universe what the symbols are. I can check the first game. There was an access, yeah. There was this option. Well, that just takes me to a buy the Case of the Golden Idol screen. It's not overwhelmingly helpful. I might just look up a guide to what the symbols mean, and then I don't have to crack open the first game. Golden Idol symbols. I was hoping I could just find a list of the symbols. Maybe that's asking too much. I'm definitely risking spoilers right now. Okay, yeah. All right. I found a guide. So, yeah, okay, it is what I said. So they had it backwards, the eliminate, the take and give. The curved cane is give. The curved cane with the dot is take. And, yeah, the other symbol that they think is hatred is heat/fire. The weird symbol that kind of looks like a lantern is matter. And I think the other one... the one that they're using is like a peace sign almost. It looks really close to mind, but I'm not totally clear with that. I don't actually think that's going to be super useful in helping me solve this puzzle. But I guess let's go back to this. Okay, so what it actually is set to is give physical heat, basically. Was set to give heat. He thought it had been set to take hatred because he's using the symbology that the other group did. Right? Yeah, eliminate. It says eliminate hatred, but I don't have the word eliminate, which... Can I just take words from other sections? No. Okay, that's fair. That would be a wild thing to do. Have been set to... It should be eliminate heat. It is frustrating that they haven't given me, like, the exact terminology in the puzzles. Has been set to eliminate hatred. Actually, it was set to give heat, which started a fire. As one would expect the phrase give heat to. Was it the earlier incident, the one he was demoted for? I don't have any context on that information. So the answer is, yeah, it could be about the earlier incident. But then how would I know what any of these should be? I think I have to assume... Well, no, but you're right that it is... If this is, in fact, during a board inspection, Jack Novak tried to set it to give heat... but actually set it to... Tried to set it to... Actually set it to give heat. What did he think he was setting it to? Take heat? But actually set it to give heat? I just don't know. You think he thought he was setting it to give empathy? Tried to set it to check the fingerprints because of who fingerprinted this one. Did we... Here we go, okay. This doesn't give me context on what Jack Novak was setting it to. Maybe it wasn't Jack. Maybe this is about Eugene Novak again. During a board inspection, Eugene Novak tried to set it to give empathy, but actually set it to take heat, which started a fire. Nathan Hoyle was impressed by Eugene Marmot's discovery and rewarded him with a promotion. Thinks, I'm evil because the machine was set to put that in me. And at the second paragraph, I'm going to put empathy in us. Thought it was give candy. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, yes, Eugene Marmot, yes, believed that he had been something because the rebuilt artifact had been set to something something. He had been... However, it was actually set to give heat, which started a fire. Maybe this is... which froze a bird bath? Not take... You think give hatred? During a board inspection, Eugene Novak tried to set it to give... No, he thinks if he is the one who set this up, he thought it was to eliminate hatred. So to take hatred. He thinks he is eliminating hatred. I want to emphasize enough. Oh, I do have his name wrong. Thank you for catching that. It's really frustrating that they did not give me the word eliminate because I'm just not positive that take hatred. I don't feel like great about that as... Take heat is not in Tessa's understanding. Because Tessa doesn't think it's taking heat. Tessa thinks it's taking hatred. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, you mean Marmot believe he had been punished? Yeah, Trial by Agent, I agree. I think the game wants me to think eliminate and take are in the same section, but they're not the same words, and to me, they do not mean the same thing, and that's really frustrating in a moment where you're trying to make a bunch of other leaps. It just feels like they're asking me to make a leap there for no reason, when they could have just given me the word eliminated. I appreciate that those mean the same things, but... During a board inspection, Eugene Marmot tried to set it to... He thinks it is take hatred, though. He's trying to set it to... Okay, take... That got us closer. Tried to set it to take hatred, but actually set it to give heat, which started a fire. We are getting closer. All right, I feel great about the last paragraph. I think the last paragraph's fine. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, yes, Eugene Marmot believed he had been something because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. However, it is actually set to take heat, which froze a bird bath. You think empathy? I think he had been... Take, give, swap work, avoid, rebuild, deactivate, punish, rewarded, destroyed, started. If it was actually take heat, then doesn't it have to be give? What? Universe, I don't know what STH is supposed to be. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take empathy. Actually, it had been set to take heat, which froze... I feel great about, however, it had actually been set to take heat, which froze a bird bath. Because we saw the frozen bird bath. He thought it was set to give something, not take. You think he thought he had been punished because it had been set to give empathy? That doesn't make sense to me, but very little about this puzzle does, so maybe it's fine. During a board inspection, Eugene Marmot tried to set it to take hatred, but actually set it to give heat, which started a fire. In the second, give empathy? You think he tried to set it to give... empathy? Okay, that was farther away. That got us farther away from the truth. So that one is tried to set it to take hatred. Actually set it to give heat, which started a fire. You think it's first paragraph, give hatred? First paragraph, give hatred. Okay. He believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to give hatred. However, he actually set it to take heat, which froze a battered bath. I hated that. I'm gonna be straight honest with you, chat. That was frustrating in a way that was not satisfying. And that's what we'll be doing with the idol next. IDOL. That's going to cause all sorts of legal problems. It's totally unscientific. Where's our control group? Sounds good to me. I'm sure the universe will guide us. Excellent. Full steam ahead, then. Okay. We might not... I might not finish this game on stream, if I'm honest. It's not that it's harder, necessarily. It's that it demands more leaps of logic. And I do feel like I'm having to brute force more things because there's a lack of clarity and information being shared. And so I will say it's consistent. So I do think it's like intentional. Like this is an intentional choice made by the game developers, but it takes away from one of the things that I really liked about the first game, in that the puzzles were so thoughtfully and systematically composed that even though they were really difficult, the puzzles, especially later in the game, the puzzles in Case of the Golden Idol are hard, and you really have to pick apart and put things together. It's sort of like a really well-made Sudoku, where it's like, if you get this right clue, then you can get this clue and this clue and this clue and this clue, and it all kind of fits together in a way that I think is really engaging. In this one, I feel like, yeah, the clues are more spread out and the leaps of logic are greater. And then it's also frustrating hitting that loading screen for motions where like you have to go back to different chapters to sort of uncover these things. So it's like there are some very, very slight differences in this game from the first one that are making it less enjoyable. Feathered Frenzy, a deadly attack at the aviary. I do conceptually, I like the structure of here's 3 little chapters that are going to build to an overarching puzzle. But then it also, that in its own way, the way it's implemented feels a little redundant a few times. Oh, I discovered a bird, everyone. Okay, the red-breasted heron is known for its aggressive nature, extremely sharp. The masked, this bug-eyed, yellow-footed, despite its extremely territorial bushes. What? Is this supposed to match up with another piece of text? I love frog mouths. Liz, I love frog mouths. Tan in the YouTube chat says, I wonder if the different puzzle styles is due to this game now having a writing team instead of just the original 2 writers of the first game. It's possible. It's possible. It felt like in the first game you could almost like diagram the mysteries, and everything in the diagram, all of the answers would have like a 1-to-1 with the clue. And so it was all, I did still have to make like leaps of logic, but it's not because there was a lack of information. It's because I didn't put together the pieces of information. And in this one, it feels like even, I said this in the last stream, even retroactively after I know the solution, I never feel like I was missing clues. It felt like the clues weren't there and I just had to guess. Okay. Heron, bright plumage and feeds on live prey, has teeth. Grouse, the bird is endangered, predator status, hides its eggs in. All right, so I'm gonna have to like put together, I think, some of these texts. The death rattle uses its colorful feathers as blank against predators, often mimics the sound and blank. Nithalix, blank. These terrifying creatures, where they scavenge, silence is required. These creatures provoking self-defense. I'm excited to see how this ties in with the Golden Idol. Oh no! Why? He promised to take care of you. All right, this person has got the keys to an aviary and an incubator. Oh no, this bird is dead. Game? I just want to see people dead. I want to see animals dead. Overexposure to heat from the incubator could prove fatal. Always remember to check on the eggs after putting them inside. The incubator is on and the bulb is hot to the touch. Okay. Right? I didn't know. Right? Right. I'm sorry. Right? Ooh, one of these, okay, this bird has stolen a bracelet with some Golden Idol iconography on it. Okay, incubator, aviary. This man is not breathing and his neck is bleeding. Trial volunteer form for OPIG. Okay, there's a, oh no! Connect each bird with what agitated it? That's fucking funny. Night Rook Raven says there are no more dead animals in the game. This is the only one I know of. Okay. Connect each bird with what agitated it. That's so funny. Which one had the... I think we're gonna have to figure out which animal... Oh, okay. No, that was just an easy one to guess. So the frogmouth was sad about its poor little baby chicks being crushed. This creature was upset about the armband, which I assumed because it had snagged it. This one was upset about the keeper, and this one was upset about this bird. Okay. This might be the best scene of the game. It's so rad. It is. I do love everything that's happening here. Yeah, this fool stepped on some eggs. That's got to be like 101 bird keeper shit, right? You think it's an earring, not an armband? It literally says bracelet, so I'm going to have to deny you that one. Blank Lori, a method of intimidation and prey. It's piercing cries, words it recently heard, as speaking will cause birds to scream. Okay, so this one is probably about the one... It's probably about these two. When discovered in the jungle for bones, as loud noises will set off a track into... Okay. Don't talk loudly around some of them. My guess is the ones that were triggered... The one that was triggered by this, maybe. Okay. Morags, aviaries, blank. Being a bird keeper is hard. Blank will tell... Oh, God. There's a pun to be completed here. The bleary-eyed, this excitable bird is curious. Flower piercer, towards bright colors. Avoid blank there, blank. Guide to birds. Work, but if you follow this guide, trouble taking care of our... Blank flower piercer. Okay. I'm hoping against hope that one of these will be me piecing together these documents so that I can see them all at once. I don't think it's going to. So do you expect me... I can't look at them at the same time. This is obnoxious. Declan, what did you do? All right, there should be another scene. Here we go. Okay. Maybe we haven't unlocked everything. We do have to piece it together ourselves. That's frustrating, and I'm frustrated about it. All right. Lori, Heron, Grouse, Hatchling, Flower Piercer, Grouse, Herald. Here's all the people doing it. Thanks again for running the incubation station for me, Declan. See ya after lunch. Okay, so... Here we go. I'm going to assume the deadman is Declan. The woman crying is probably Marcy. And then... Crystal must be the third person. Okay. And then we don't have last names yet, but I reckon we'll get them in a moment. New employee starts. Safety and handling training. Declan lunch break. Okay. Oh, bird feed. Label reads millet, Lori. Black sunflower seeds, flower piercer. Corn, grouse. White bone meal, Harold. Okay. To the one who stole my heart. Oh, so it's Crystal Moore. That's sweet. Appointment at 12:30. Okay, welcome to Morag, new employee guide. So this has to... It's probably Declan, right? Palmer, steps for training a new employee, and travel guide. Okay, so this must be Marcy because she was traveling, and that's why the new guy had to look after the eggs, but he fucked up real bad. Okay, so I feel good about the human aspect. Let's go look at some birds. Okay. So the red, this is, I'm gonna guess this is the red-breasted something or other. This heron. Okay, so probably red-breasted heron, since it literally says red-breasted heron. Okay. Red-breasted hare, extremely sharp. This bug-eyed, yellow-footed took pictures of some of the pages. That's not a bad idea. Okay, so yellow-footed. Some of these birds we can't see the feet of. Oh, no, it's this motherfucker. Yellow-footed. No, wait, that didn't say yellow-footed. It said the masked. The masked frog mouth. Oh, they're not calling it a frog mouth. Okay, the masked. Despite it's extremely territorial. Okay. Grouse. So that's the masked grouse. These are the two halves of it because it's the red-breasted heron, feeds on light prey, has teeth. Okay. Bird is endangered, predator status. Okay. All right, so I think that's those two. Hides its eggs in, yeah. The death rattler uses its colored feathers as against predator, mimics sounds. Okay, so I think these two are the death rattlers, which is such a funny adjective for such pretty bright items. Yeah, so I think those are the death rattler and the nithix. Terrifying creatures. When they scavenge, silence is required. All right, and this is the second half of this one. So the bleary-eyed flower piercer. This excitable bird. Blank is curious. The flower piercer may react aggressively towards bright colors. Avoid bringing anything neon inside habitat to prevent agitation. Ah, okay, so that must be this thing. Which doesn't like the bleary-eyed flower piercer. What a fucking name for a bird. It's a really good name for a bird. Oh, the bleary-eyed flower piercer. The menace of this neighborhood. Okay, so we've got the something, Lori, Morag, and Harold, I think are the ones. Yeah, Morag aviaries. But I think that's the name of the aviary. Oh no, that's not a guide. This is the guide to birds. Okay. And then something Lori. Method of intimidation, its prey, screeching cries. Okay, so it must be the death rattle Lori. Really funny name for a bird. And the Nithax Herald, I think? I think we're missing a page. Okay, there we go. Grouse are a game bird like a pheasant. They don't look like this. Okay, in the aviary. All right, what have we got? Symbols we can't do anything with, and transfers we can't do anything with. Okay. At the aviary, some person, blank, where she blanked, that a blank had blank in the incubation station. Okay. Where she found that a egg, no, that a something in the incubation station. I think this must be Marcy. But okay, let's read through it first. At the aviary, blank, 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 where she blank that a blank had blanked in the incubation station. Meanwhile, blank, blank entered the aviary, where his blank, okay, this one's definitely Declan. Meanwhile, Declan Astor entered the aviary, where his bracelet was attacked by the flower piercer? Yeah. By the bleary-eyed flower piercer. Following this encounter, blank blank went to blank 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 and blank on the and stepped on the eggs hidden in the bush. All right, so this one might not be the first half of this. Might not be. During this encounter, blank blank went to help blank blank and stepped on the eggs. Following this encounter, Declan Astor went to something, something, something. Bracelet was stolen. Stolen does make more sense than attacked. Okay. In retaliation, blank blank. The fact that the birds and the humans both have the same color. Word bubbles is really tricky. In retaliation, blank blank. The masked grouse. Maybe. Because it's in retaliation for the eggs, I'm assuming. Blank, blank, blank. Blank him. Attacked. Declan Astor killing him. His last blank were... Oh, his last words? His last screams? That's fucking funny. His last screams were mimicked by the death rattle lorry, earning its fucking name. Which blank blank, agitated? Which one are agitated by the... Which agitated the Nithalix Herald, which then... attacked Crystal Moore. Okay. At the aviary, blank blank. I'm gonna assume, we gotta assume this is Marcy. Marcy Palmer cried? Yes. Cried when she discovered that a hatchling had overheated in the incubation station. Meanwhile, Declan Astor entered the aviary where his bracelet was stolen by a bleary-eyed flower piercer. Following this encounter, Declan Astor went to... feed? Blank blank? Oh my god, I have to figure out what the fucking... all of the food stuff is? Okay. Those are bird names. They've been given equal treatment. So real. Yeah, it's totally fair. They are as much actors in this as the humans. All right, so what do we think that fucking looks like? She also had a baggie of some dark stuff. Am I going to have to figure out which of these is millet? Because that's, if I'm honest, that's crazy. Corn, millet. Okay, it's not black sunflower seeds. And I don't think it's corn. It's asking a lot of this art style for me to identify what grain is in this baggie. Did you have a baggie of stuff? Okay, so that's the white bone meal for sure. This does not look like corn to me, so it must be millet. And the one that ate the millet was the lorry. Okay, so he was going to feed the death rattle lorry. Oh, Christ. Okay. At the aviary, Marcy Palmer cried when she discovered that a hatchling had overheated in the incubation station. Yes. It's tempted to say eggs, but it's a. It's not an. That eggs plural, so it's singular. Okay. Meanwhile, Declan Astor entered the aviary where his bracelet was stolen by the bleary-eyed flower piercer. Following this encounter, Declan Astor went to feed the death rattle lorry. Yeah, I guess I could check the time. Yeah. Do we know what time it is? It's presumably not lunch break time. And I'm gonna guess he hasn't had safety and handling training yet because this fucking fool needed the help. Appointment. I'm I mean, I do just think it has to be the Lori because it's not white bone meal. It doesn't look like corn. I guess maybe we could swap out for the grouse. Okay. After volunteering in a trial during his lunch break, Declan Astor, a new employee at Morag Aviary, forgot to take the hatchling out of the incubator. Then, while attempting to feed the masked grouse, he stepped on its nest. The grouse killed Declan, indirectly agitating all the other birds. That's a wild one. Subject 37 did not arrive for his follow-up appointment. Another scumbag took the money and ran. That's possible. Either way, we'll need to throw out his research data. But what do we do with the data disk? Okay. Great. Okay. All right. Pandemonium at the Stardust Variety Hour. Backstage drama. Oops. Okay. Okay. Mr. Bergen's production team. Jamie would have stolen the show if he could have used knives. What? This is more good stuff for the blooper reel, though. The ventriloquist and the magician each surprised me, but not in the way I expected. Funny clips for the reel. Lily was a no-show to the juggler's act. Record malfunction, sticky valves, ballerina freakout. Okay. Here's a magician. Lily Bell, sweetie. You've shown up one act too late. I'll kill Vilmar for this. Should have broken his bones as well as his heart. Okay, got a record. Stardust Variety Hour. Winners of yesteryear. There's been a sudden outpouring of complaints that are allowing previous winners to compete in the Stardust Variety Hour. We assure you that Stardust Variety Hour is a fair contest with no possibility of skullduggery. You hear that, chat? No, skullduggery. Continuing to harp on this will result in you being released from the show. Your host, Dante Longo. All right, so the host is Dante Longo. But we haven't met him yet. Wow, Yayoi Kasuma is here. No weapons on set. I would have won if they hadn't put me as the first stinking act. All that work wasted. I thought he was a burpist. What? Okay, there's a trumpet. Props table, do not touch. Balls, juggler, juggling balls. Cage. Sweet biscuits, Cam. That's delicate. A small bite mark. Lone. What? Okay. Well, really hard to know how to parse that. Psst, Vilmer, could you tell me that little dancer... Could you tell the little dancer that I only switched my act because someone took my soda? Okay. Wristband. Same wristband. Okay, and this one's a former winner and they just have their check on them still? Maybe they won this round. Whoa, you gotta chill. A bunny ran on stage during my act, but you don't see me whining. She's going fucking crazy. First the record, then a surprise act. This whole show must be rigged. I performed a flawless waltz. As a ballerina? Atharv won fair and square. Okay, that has to be this man. You don't like something, talk to Mitchell, the producer. Order of contestants, Cameron Flake, Nola Rockwell, Jamie Albright, Regina Littlemore, Vilmer Bellboy Prado, Atharv Reddy. I can't help but notice we are competing against a previous champion. We already know the judges like her act, so she'll be a shoo-in for the grand prize unless something goes wrong. Shouldn't the rest of us get a fair shot? All right, so... this man is... We got his name.
All right, wait. This one must be Vilmar. Okay. Lily Bell, sweetie, you showed up one act too late. I'll kill Vilmar for this. What if fun if they put me in the first stinking act? Atharv. Okay, so this man is Atharv because he's got a big fatty check. So he's got to be the one. Where is... There we go. Okay. Athvar Ready. Ready or Reedy? Where did your name go? There we go. Athvar Ready. And Vilmar Prado. I'm assuming. That might be a leap. I might regret that, but we'll stick with it for now. And there's 3 ladies. I'm going to guess Nola Rockwell, Regina Littlemore, and maybe Jamie Albright. Like Reddy, it's a South Indian name. Okay, Reddy. I'm going to assume this man's, well... Okay, Cam's one of the contestants. This guy must be Mitchell. The producer. Jamie would have stolen the show if he could have used knives. Okay, I'm going to assume the juggler is Jamie. Which of these people looks like a damn dirty juggler? Okay, this person has music on them. I think this is Jamie. Jamie Albright. And I think I have to assume Vilmar was the trumpeter? What word? Trumpetist? What word do you use with the trumpet? Trumpeteer? No. It's probably not trumpeteer. Okay. What names do I have that are not on this list? Because that's got to be the host. Oh, the host's name. Oh, we had the name of the host. What was it? All right, hold on. Nola Rockow. Regina Littlemore. Cameron Flake. Cameron was one of the people complaining. Lily Bell. Oh, Bergen was the production company, so that has to be the producer. Mitchell Bergen. Should be juggling attempts. A great way to force me to get good at juggling. A thing I'm not certain I want to do. Trumpeter? Just trumpeter? Somehow that's disappointing. And Dante Longo? Oh, Dante Longo is the host. Okay. Okay, so we've got Cameron Flake, Regina Littlemore, Lily Bell, and Nola Rockwell. But we only have 3 people left. Oh, Lily Bell must be maybe Lily. Wait, one of these is what? Well, okay. Which of these is not on the list? Lily Bell is not on the list of contestants. Is Lily Bell the name of a rabbit, do you think? Lily Bell, sweetie. Well, it sounds like the magician is addressing another person. Lily Bell, sweetie, you showed up one act too late. I'll kill Vilmar for this. Should have broken his bones as well as his heart. Do I have... Oh, I'm still missing something. Hold on. I haven't found all the words yet. Aha! There we go. Okay. Final placements. Burping recitation of every ASH president. Replaced with original dance. Meet Mr. Vlad. Implausible Forces. The Pulpers Waltz. Howlin' Folk Blues. The Remarkable Lily Bell. Okay, so... Implausible forces. Meet Mr. Vlad. Okay. Implausible forces. So the remarkable Lilybell has to be the magician. But she was the one saying Lilybell. Was she saying her own fucking name? Okay, so it must be maybe the puppeter is Lilybell. And the Pauper's waltz is this lady. So this lady did the Pauper's waltz. Vilmar is the trumpeter. Implausible forces, I guess, is the magician. But that doesn't get me closer to these names. Nola Rocco is not on this list. No, she is. Okay. Cameron Frake, Nola Rocco. How do I have more names than people? Did I fuck something up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I used Lilybell, but there's still we have an extra name. All right, so the contestants are. Am I wrong? Am I going absolutely crazy? There's Jamie, Mitchell Bergen, and Dante Longo are... I think the rabbit must have a name. I think that's what's happening. We think Lilybell is the rabbit. That's... Okay. Now, I think you have to be right, but I'm annoyed because this implies that... I am reading this as, Lilybell, sweetie, you showed up one act too late. But I think you're right that I think the reading is Lilybell, sweetie, you showed up like she's addressing two people. And Lilybell must be her rabbit. Okay. All right, yeah, she stole a soda. And let's see, who was bitching about a stolen soda? All that work wasted. I thought he was a burpist. I would have won if they hadn't put me as the first stinking act. Sweet Biscuits Cam. That's delicate. Maybe this person's Cameron? Psst, Vilmar, can you tell the little dancer I only switched my act because someone took my soda? Okay. All right, and you took the soda. I'll kill Vilmar for this. I only switched my act because someone took my soda. What a diva. You gotta chill. A bunny ran on stage during my act, but you don't see me whining. First the record, then a surprise act. The show must be rigged. Can't help but notice we're competing against a previous champion. We already know the judge liked her act. She's shooing for the grand prize. Okay. So one of the three ladies is a repeat player. Ventriloquist and magician each surprised me, but not in the way I expected. Lily was a no-show till the juggler's act. Okay, so Lily is the rabbit. Lily was a no-show. I love that this producer learned the rabbit's name to call the rabbit by name. This Lily, she's no professional. She does not respect the time of the other contestants. Okay. Zixergen, I think we have to assume that the man whose soda was taken is the burpist. Maybe. Oh, soda for the ventriloquist, maybe? I love the idea that the burpist won this talent show. Finally, it's time for burpists to get the attention and respect and money that they need. Okay. Lily was a no-show. Record malfunction. Sticky valves? Ballerina freak out. I wonder if sticky valves means foul play. Like somebody used some soda to make them sticky. Jamie would have stolen the show if he used knives. All right. I think Jamie... Yeah, Jamie's the juggler. Vilmar's the trumpeter. I think Avvar is the burpist. This guy's the producer. This guy's the host. Arthur's the burpist. Vilmar's the trumpeter. Sorry, the musician. And Jamie's the juggler. So we just have the ventriloquist. Oops. The ballerina and the magician. Okay. I hate to do it, but I might brute force it. I think this guy. What is the tattoo about? I hope we get more information about what the tattoo is about. All right, I think the ventriloquist is Cam. I only switch acts because somebody took my soda. FR1 fair and square. Mechdel, hello, Obaran. Obaran? Hello, thank you for stopping by and saying a nice thing to me. Mechdel, tell me your thought process. Someone calls the ventriloquist by name when speaking to him. I mean, this person is saying, sweet biscuit, Cam, that delicate. I have to assume that's in response to this person tipping the table, which is why I've put camera down. You think the magician is Nola. She was blaming the one guy for the rabbit being late when he's got a Love Nola tattoo. Oh my God, is that what this tattoo is? Love, hold on, I'm covering up. Nola, holy shit. That's really, really funny. That's really funny. I think you're right, Mechdel. I think you're right. God, that's stupid. All right. Okay. And then Lilybell's the rabbit. All right. And the rankings. Okay. I assume the rankings are the people. Final placements. And I think the ballerinas may be the returning act. Meet Vlad is probably... This is probably Vlad, right? This fucking gnome with vampire teeth. That's probably Vlad. Implausible forces. All right, the remarkable Lilybell is the magician. The Howlin' Wolf Blues must be the musician. Number 4. Oh no, number 4 is the ballerina. Why has this been covered up? Is this the original final placement? And then so it'd be like the burpist. And then the juggler? Okay. Okay. Wow, so there is there foul play? At the talent show, blank blank sabotaged the act of a previous winner, blank blank, by blank a blank using blank by releasing a cage? No. Yeah, he was the burpist. Okay, meanwhile, blank, 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 blank. From the blank. Somebody bumped? Is there... Stole, scratched, poured, sabotaged, release, triggered, attacked. All right. Meanwhile, blank, 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 blank. From the blank to blank, blank's act. Sabotage. Somebody's act. I'm going to guess this one is release. Released Lilybell? Maybe? From the cage is a weird phrase instead of a cage. Or their cage. Release Lilybell from the cage to sabotage Regina Littlemore's act? Is that the one? No, wait. Who had the... A bunny ran on stage. So the bunny was in Jamie Albright's act. In retaliation, blank, blank, blanked a blank into the blank. Released from the balls? I don't think so, Emmy. After the broadcast, blank, 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 believing the blank had been blank. Okay. I think this is show. Oh, show had been rigged. Yeah. After the broadcast, is this Regina Littlemore attacked Dante Longo? I'm going to put that in because that's literally what we're seeing happen. For other people who've played this game, do you also always start with pinning down the names, or do you take one of the other puzzles first? I'm just curious. Because to me, it makes the most sense to pin down the names and then move on to the rest of it. I'm just curious. Names first, name first. Okay. You go left to right on the panels. Interesting. Names usually. Always do names first. Okay. Gather all the words and spots, then names. Okay. To me, that seems like the most logical way of doing it, but you just never know. You never know. Okay. At the talent show, blank, blank, I think sabotaged the act of a previous winner. I'm wondering if the burpist isn't a previous winner. Order of contestants. Cameron Flake was supposed to go first? We might need to talk about the order, but let's not focus on it now. Can't help but notice we're competing against a previous champion. We already know the judges like her act. Yeah, okay, so this is tricky because I don't think the burpist is... She's doing a brand fire, so... Well, I'm confused why... I'm confused why she is attacking... when original dance is the winner. Rankings are the results. Orders the order. Yes. Yeah, that's what those words mean. She's the waltz. The burpist is the dance? Wait, you're suggesting... You're suggesting that the burpist couldn't burp because he didn't have his soda, so he danced instead? And he won with his dance? I'm so curious what dance the burpist did. Okay. The soda has also been used a little bit. I do think it was used to make the trumpet tears sticky. His trumpet sticky. But we'll see. Cam that says someone did a surprise act. Yeah, somebody complains about the surprised act. Yeah, implying an act change, yes. I do see these clues. I do promise I see these clues. I'm not always addressing them immediately because there's other things I'm focusing on. At the talent show, blank blank sabotaged the act of a previous winner, blank blank. Okay. First the record, then a surprise act. A surprise act. So, yeah, I think the surprise act has to be the other dance. When you didn't see me whining. Could you tell the little dancer that I only switched my acts? Yeah, so she is upset about the other dance, I assume. Put me as the first stinking act. And the first act on the list was Cameron, so we know that's true. And then Cameron was annoyed at one of the other two, the magician or the dancer. I think we have to assume that the ballerina's the previous winner. And that she kind of expected to win. I'm at a point where, like, I just kind of want to go limp and not engage with this any further. And I know it's going to be a bad idea. Yes, I also think the ventriloquist looks like Yayoi. I know if I don't solve this now, it's going to be even harder to solve it the next time. Okay, there she is, 1973. That's the ballerina. Okay. Sabotage the act of a previous winner, Regina Littlemore. Do we know? Okay, so the record, the issue was the record. At the talent show, blank blank sabotaged the act of the previous winner by blank using blank. By scratching a record using knives. The knives were stolen from the juggler. So somebody says if the juggler had used knives, he would have had a better chance. Okay. Somebody sabotaged the record by scratching it. Yeah, Jamie would have stolen the show if he could have used knives. Okay, so somebody scratched the record. No weapons on set. Wait, was it? Okay. We'll come back to who did the sabotage. Meanwhile, blank blank released Lily Bell from the cage to sabotage Jamie Albright's act. In retaliation, Jamie Albright, maybe? No. Oh, in retaliation, Nola Rockwell... Well, get the word in there. Nola Rockwell poured a soda into the trumpet. Maybe? Oh, you think Lily Bell was released to sabotage the magician? I assumed Lily Bell was released to sabotage Jamie. Because it was released during Jamie's... I know the magician isn't Jamie. I'm saying, chat? I know we're on a delay. I'm assuming that the releasing of the bunny was not to sabotage the magician. It was to sabotage the juggler. But you might be right. Maybe that was to sabotage the magician. It was missing for the magician. So it showed up in act late. Yes, the magician's act is the miraculous Lily Bell, etc. I know. So we know release Lily Bell. I'll grant you that we don't know whose act it was to sabotage. Who do we think released it, though? Maybe Vilmar, former lover. At the talent show, blank blank sabotaged the act of a previous winner by scratching the records. Maybe Jamie is the one that did that sabotage? Let's slap that in. Because he was the one that had the knives. So because I don't know the time. Oh, that's true. That's true. What's his name? Vilmar does have a little bunny bite. Little bunny love bite. And he probably would most want to sabotage his former lover, Nola. Okay. At the talent show, somebody sabotaged the act of a previous winner. I actually think the person who was most upset about the previous winner was Cameron. Okay, that got us closer. So Cameron was the one most upset about the previous winner. At the talent show, Cameron Flake sabotaged the act of the previous winner, Regina Cameron, by scratching a record using a puppet? Maybe she used Mr. Vlad? Do we think Mr. Vlad's fucking teeth? Oh, yeah, Regina's name. Hold on. Good catch. Oh my god. Cameron used... It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Due to their past relationship, Vilmar decided to spoil his ex-girlfriend Nola's magic act by releasing her bunny from its cage. In retaliation, Nola stole Atharv's soda and poured it into Vilmar's trumpet. Because Atharv couldn't belt without a soda, he changed his act to a dance, which surprisingly won. Razor-sharp puppet fangs. JN identification of time frame settings for unnamed device. The donut button, round to 1 minute. Or 1 day, so basically 3 days, just say 1 month. No need to get so specific, Jack. Also, you haven't submitted a name yet. Quit stalling and get on that. My guess is these notes are by Eugene Marmot, who is an idiot who doesn't respect science and is like, you don't need specific time or date. Just round. Okay, okay. Okay. All right. We're going to stop. We'll probably be back Tuesday for more of this game, although it's frustrating. And it's hard to want to live stream a game that's frustrating. But I also would like to finish the game. No, we're not doing any more today. I'm at my limit. The next one is super short. Well, then it'll be a great one to start the next stream off with. I do want to keep going. We'll do like one more stream of this, and then I will decide at the end of that stream if I want to keep going with it or not. Yeah, so we'll give it one more stream, and then we'll see how I'm doing. But anyway, this was Rise of the Golden Idol. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I will have a good rest of my weekend. And that's it. I'll see you Tuesday. Bye, everybody.